was actually okay with most of the awards given at the NFL honors. I didn't see any super questionable ones. And then we got the Hall of Fame. You see, Luke Kuechly, Panthers legend, and in my eyes, the greatest middle linebacker of the 21st century, possibly the greatest middle linebacker of all time, became eligible for the Hall of Fame. And I made a video last year talking about whether or not I thought Luke Kuechly deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And my thoughts are still the same. Luke Kuechly absolutely deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I thought it was a lot. Like, I thought there was not going to be any discussion, especially after Julius Peppers got in last year. I really thought that Luke Kuechly was going to be a Hall of Famer, and it was going to be a great day. So I watched the awards. It comes time for the Hall of Fame inductees, and I'm getting excited. They announce the names, and Luke Kuechly gets snubbed. I mean, what did the city of Charlotte do to deserve this? What did we do to get no love in the sports world, especially in 2025? Because first we got LaMelo getting snubbed from the All-Star game, and now we've got Luke Kuechly getting snubbed from the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying the guys who got in didn't deserve to get in, because all of them are great players. They all deserve to be Hall of Famers at some point, but I truly believe that Luke Kuechly is better than all of them. I mean, when it comes to dominance on the field, Luke Kuechly was as dominant as they come. He was a generational talent. If it weren't for concussions in the middle of his career around 2016, 2017, he'd be in contention for the greatest defensive player ever. And yes, that's extremely biased. Luke Kuechly is one of my favorite players of all time. He really was a huge part of my childhood. Kuechly in 8 seasons had almost 1,100 tackles, 75 TFLs, 12.5 sacks, 18 interceptions, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year in 2013, a 5-time first-team All-Pro, a 2-time second-team All-Pro, a 7-time Pro Bowler, and not to mention getting robbed of his second Defensive Player of the Year in 2015. I mean, I don't know what more the committee really wanted to see. I mean, these are unreal numbers in that short amount of time, but the most impressive thing about Luke Kuechly won't show up on a stat sheet, and you would only know this if you really watched Panther games and watched Luke Kuechly play, and that was play recognition. Luke was a master of play recognition. He was a true student of the game. He was able to call these plays out to his teammate, creating plays for the team. I mean, he probably knew 65 to 80% of the opposing offensive's plays, and quarterbacks said it was a nightmare trying to match up with Luke Kuechly because they would audible, and he would know that play as well. If he went into coaching, he'd probably be a better offensive coordinator than defensive coordinator due to just his knowledge and studying. Look, I love Antonio Gates, amazing tight end, but he's not better than Luke Kuechly. Jared Allen, dominant guy off the line, but not better than Luke Kuechly. This is such an awful snub. It honestly puts the validity of first ballot Hall of Famers in question for the future. It's a disgrace to the game. I'd say Kuechly is a lock for next year, but honestly, who knows? Now, Luke, I'm sorry the Hall of Fame didn't respect your greatness. Here in Carolina, we know what you did for our organization. That's what matters. The league knows what kind of player you were. We don't need some Hall of Fame committee telling us how great you are.